Greetings, everybody. Welcome to yet another stream from our Park to Prem series. We did stream earlier on and we made some pretty good progress in the actual season that we're taking part in. It is the fourth season and we are still stuck in the same damn league. But we are getting better and better every year, so maybe this year will be the year. If we look at the league table, we currently sit, having played a couple of games more than most. We have had a little bit of a rocky spell as well. We do sit at 50 points from 22 games and probably got ourselves a guaranteed 3-point lead over Morpeth Town. So things are going okay. Not necessarily brilliantly, but they are going okay. And so we're going to move from here. We have a big cup game coming up, which I'll just give another minute or two, just in case there's anybody else going to join us. We may find that some people rock up a little bit late as well. But yeah, so if we go to the form, just to show you where we've been. We've come from barely any games where we've failed to win. You could literally list them all off from here at Stockton Town, which was our first game of the season. You got to go all the way down to Bamber Bridge on the 19th of August. Southport got a 0-0 draw. FC United got a 2-2 draw. Matlock beat us in the league, and then Cleethorpes got a draw in the cup, but then we beat them in the replay. Silsden, then we come to the bit where we've struggled. Having beaten Morpeth Town at the end of the last stream, we have very quickly managed to build ourselves into a good lead. But it's a good job we won that game, because we then lost to Silsden. Absolutely dominated the game. A great win against Leamington in the FA Trophy, where we absolutely ripped them apart, in truth. Then we came back to the league and lost again to Worksop Town. Now, I'm not sure, might be wrong, but Worksop, if we didn't struggle with them the first time, I'm sure we did, but I might have made that up. Oh, no, we did, but the guy who beat us single-handedly, Mark Isong, he basically did it again. Absolutely creamed us in this one. Got the 2 goals that left us mourning the loss of another game. And then we still failed to beat Lancaster with a guy who's got the cure to everything. His name's Remy D. And he scored against us for 1-1. We then scraped a victory against Belper Town. We should have won by a lot more, but that was all we got. And then Stockton Town, we were beating them 1-0, then my game crashed. So rather than play the whole game again just before the end, I came back on and I've robbed Big Tell of a goal, but basically we took the 2-1 win that it gave me on the instant result. But it was a good result and seems to have steadied the ship, and it's come just in time for this big cup game that we now have ahead of us, which is Wigan Athletic. It could be messy, it could be very painful to watch, but we're going to sit through it anyway and see where it takes us. And then we're going to take on another cup game in Curzon Ashton. Hopefully that one won't be so difficult. We've got a team already set up, we're ready to go. A lot of guys on yellow cards that could potentially find themselves suspended soon. Carrera, actually, I will try and get him onto the subs bench because he's not been very happy with the amount of games he's been getting lately, so I've had to play him quite a bit more. But there we go, well, that's the team. We've given them 7 minutes, so let's get into the match. So I'm not too clued up on the Wigan team. So maybe other people will recognise any of these guys, if indeed they are still current players with the club. We are in the 4th season now, so there will have been some moving around of players, of course. So we'll probably go to defensive for the start. I don't know how we're going to successfully negotiate this. I really feel like we don't stand a chance at all in this one. I think this one is just going to be a little bit of a bridge too far for us. But there's no harm in trying. We'll try and keep ourselves as close as we can for as long as possible. And then we'll go for it big time towards the end of the match. So a free kick in a dangerous area in the 18th minute. We are against better quality players, so this could well hit the back of the net, just like that. I fully expected it. And that's 1-0. So we'll go to attacking. That was the plan of keeping it close for as long as possible. Blown away by a quality free kick. So they're getting a lot of people forward. That is a little bit of a concern for us, as Andrews has won the ball back and then given it straight back to the guy he tackled. What was the point of that? Oh, somehow that did not go in. Hit both posts and came back out again. I think we're in for a rough ride today. We'll see. We're actually doing very well to only be 1 goal down at the moment. So here comes Hurst. Gives it to Haywood. Akarakiri gives it to Big Tell. He's a big, strong lad, so he was able to hold it up. And now he's making good inroads into the box where it's crossed. But it's Connor Heath who makes the header. That was a good opportunity. We could do with getting that equaliser so that we can just stretch this game out a little bit longer again. So poor throw in there for him. He's not had a good game actually, has he, on the right wing, Andrews? Haywood plays it inside to Duerden. Goes back to Barrett, the keeper. And that's the end of the highlight. So we've got still a minute of injury time to go in this first half, and Wigan are threatening again. Can't decide whether I like their kit or not. It's a funny colour. Oh, they're clean through. Surely a goal. Barrett makes a brilliant save. So that should be half-time, and we managed to go in just a goal behind. And that's not too bad. We've been out of possession a little bit longer than they have, but it's not too horrific. And we've created 4 shots, but none of them have been on target yet. So Duerden has picked up a yellow card, so we'll take him off at half-time. We don't want this getting any harder than the task already is. Just trying to decide whether we want to make any other changes or not. I think what I'll do is I'll drop Hester there and bring Onyeka on and give Onyeka a chance at that winger role, which he seems to thrive so much in. So we'll tell them they've been unlucky. I tried to encourage them, saying that they're doing well, but that didn't work. So I'll encourage the others to try and make the difference. So Davis comes out to Hester for the pointless highlight. So that's another 15 minutes without a decent highlight of any sort. So we'll bring Shenton on for Akarakiri. And Leach on for Andrews, who we did say wasn't actually playing very well. So we'll see how this develops, and if it doesn't work, we'll switch to our other tactic, which is a bit more direct. Big Tell gives it to Hurst. Picks up Big Tell running through, and that is what we've been looking for. 1-1, we're back in the game. There will be extra time if it's a draw at full time. As we drop it down to balanced again. Superb running and positioning from Big Tell. And slotted it home. Now, he's so composed when he gets into those situations. Certainly putting his name out for everybody to see. You know, you wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get a big offer for him at some point. Not that I'd want to take it, because there's a special affinity between me and Big Tell. He's my very own regen who's come through, and we've managed to get him to this position now where he is the #1 choice striker. It's not very often I've had the patience to bring through youngsters like this. Onyeka has skinned his man. Can he get the cross in? He can. Hurst is at the far post, but the keeper Dawson comes out and collects it. A little bit unfair, really. They don't do that in the lower leagues. Shenton plays a good ball. Hurst is away again. This time he's got the chance to take the shot and wins a corner, but we won't get to see it. Onyeka loses the ball and Vaughan brings it forward. Kadate, not the Liverpool one, I assume. Spellman, not in a hurry. Plays a long ball, but it was only Hester there, so he was able to head it. Hey, I thought it was extra time, but we're going straight to penalties. Address the team. We'll encourage them. No pressure, don't overthink it. No pressure, don't overthink it. No pressure, don't overthink it. So Hurst scores the first goal and Leek Town take the lead. Can you believe we've actually got this far? We do have our bigger goalkeeper in today. Usually for the cup, it's the 5'10" dude, but it's a 6'4" dude today, so he does cover the goal a little bit better. Canate straight at him, and Barrett makes the save, and we have the lead in this penalty shootout. It couldn't happen. I still don't believe it's going to. Ollie Shenton. He's 31 years old, one of the most experienced players, if not the most experienced player in the squad. Steps up and he slots it home, and that is 2-0. We are nearly there, guys. We can do this. One more missed penalty and I'll start believing. So Barker to take the penalty for Wigan. And he's done it again. Barrett has made 2 saves. And we are almost there. They miss one more now, it's curtains. We've just got to score 2 more to guarantee our place in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. What a money spinner this would be. Look how full the stands are as well. Oh, Bradbury's missed. So we could still do it though. We've still got 2 penalties or 1 more save. That will pretty much put us there. Finally, Barrett gets beaten. This is not over yet. If we miss 1 more now, we're back on level peggings. Connor Heath. You would hope that Connor Heath would have the composure to finish. He does, and we're 1 away from winning this, whether it's a save. We've effectively got 3 chances. If we score or they miss any of the next 3 penalties, we are there. Jamie Carragher, about 90 years old. Oh, it's not that one. Nice finish from Carragher there. So this could be the one which makes or breaks our FA Cup run. Who has got the honour? Hope it's Big Tell. It is. Come on, Big Tell. Could really make a name for himself now. Yes, there we go. Big Tell. Big Tell. Big bad Tell. Here comes the whole of the coaching staff. I'm sure I would have been in there somewhere as well, because we have knocked out Wigan from the FA Cup and got ourselves into the 3rd round, where we could really do with a big Premiership team away from home. That would be the dream draw. It'd be really sad if we don't get that, having worked our way this far from the 7th tier into the 3rd round of the FA Cup. And it continues, and another 78 grand into the bank as well. So we're already sitting pretty with a lot of money in the bank. Yeah, so that was quite exciting. I think we've done really well there. I kept thinking we could finally get to concentrate more on the league if we managed to get knocked out of the cup by Wigan, which was fully expected of us. It wouldn't have been the end of the world if it had finished 10-0. But we've actually gone and absolutely floored a team who, I didn't check what league they're in. I'm going to guess they're in League One. Yeah, well, they must be in League One if they're in let's have a look. Where are they? Yeah, so they're in League One. They're currently sitting 10th place. So mid-table League One team has just succumbed to little Leek Town. What an FA Cup run that was. When is the draw for the FA Cup? So Kirsten Ashton have just sacked their manager just before they're about to play us in the Cup. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, Leach, don't raise this now. We can't afford it at the moment. So Leach might be talking himself out to the side. I have trouble every week deciding who to pick. And if he's going to cause trouble, then Andrews will get the nod every time. It's unusual. Usually they're moaning at me because they're not getting enough starts, but he's moaning at me because he wants more money. Just trying to see if I can see the. I can't see that there's been a draw yet. Oh, that's the under 18 squad. Didn't want that one. That's the one that we want. So it'd be in January anyway, wouldn't it? Oh, we've got Burnley. Oh, it's at home. Darn it. I mean, it'll be another full stadium at least, but we really needed an away draw. So I think we'll have to confine Leach to the bench for now, and we'll give Andrews free rein to run that position, with Clark Anderson as a possibility to take his place if necessary. And of course, Akarakiri can actually play that as well. So I think we need to put our Carrera left back, wherever you are hiding there, on for this game. He needs to be playing a few more games lately. And who else do we put? Onyeka on for Hester. Davis on for Brooms. And Butler onto the bench, because he can be very useful in a few positions. We'll have to take Shenton off for that, I think. Oh, no, we could have taken Hall off, actually. Actually, let's get Shepherd on the bench as well. So, why does that say we only had 4? We had more than 4 subs selected then. I'm not having it. So I think the crowd numbers are creeping up at this Leek Town side now. Definitely seems a few more fans in the stands. Gospel, as he could have been my keeper, you know. Good effort from Smedley there. Early start suggests that Curzden might have the edge in this match. Drop to defensive, see if we can just quell them for a little longer. And then we'll come at them and attack them, maybe in the second half. Certainly seem to have quelled them a bit. So we'll go back to balanced again. So just coming up to half time. Correa brings the ball forward. Tries to square it low, but it doesn't find its effect, and the counter-attack is very definitely on. Fortunately, he's gone for it himself, and that has meant that they will not score. So keep going, we can still win this. And the tactics, we're going to go attacking from the off in the second half. Hopefully we can catch them out somewhat. So with the pointless highlight out the way, they have really dominated us in terms of shots. Let's hope that we can try and get a little bit more of the ball in this second half. Andrews is having a bad game. So we'll bring on Clark Anderson in his place. And Hester can come on for Carrera. And Brooms will come on for Duerden. Hopefully that will strengthen us up across the back. Good tackle from Davis. Brooms now brings it forward. Ekarakiri gives it out to Onyeka. Onyeka swings in the cross. Hurst at the far post, gets the header, and it's gone under the keeper. And we have the lead, 1-0. This season just gets better and better and better. It may be a mistake, but I've got to keep it on attacking for another 10 minutes or so, just to see if we can sneak another one in there. Corner from Bradbury, swung in. It is headed out. Is there a counter-attack on? Clark Anderson has won it back. When this highlight ends, we'll be going on to cautious, unless it goes in, when we'll be changing it back to attacking. Oh, Big Tow's been left with an open chance here, and also a good save from the keeper. But now we've got to be a little bit more cautious and see if we can see this game out. Focus. Defensive. And that is perfect. Yet another good cup performance. And we continue to fill the coffers of the bank balance with progression in both of the cups, the cup competitions that we are in. Not the most convincing of results, it has to be said. Another basically £5,000 into the account. If we look at Kirsten Ashton, just out of interest, what league do they play in? It is our league, is it? No, it's the league above. So they were in our league. They are about to come back to our league as well. If their form continues. Their manager has been sacked. We've managed to escape the bounce that you usually get from removing a manager that's struggling. We've managed to survive that to win 1-0 and see ourselves into yet another cup match, which we will play Dagenham and Redbridge. Presumably, what are they? They're semi-professional. They're in the English National League, so that's what I would call the Conference League. And about mid-table. So we've got a mid-table conference team to play next, but we've just beaten Wigan, so they shouldn't be any trouble. We had to beat a couple of teams even higher up than they are last season when we got all the way to the final of that trophy. So I think we should be okay, no matter what. I'm just going to head for a quick toilet stop, and then we'll continue with this. What we'll do to speed things up a little bit is we'll go on holiday to the next match. so that we're ready to go. I'll be back in a sec. Tell you what, our youth intake has got worse and worse every single year. The first year we got Big Tell and a load of others, and since then we've had it getting less and less decent guys coming through, and all the ones that have come through have sort of like dipped from 5-star potential to 2-star. So it's not looking good for the youth side of things, really. I'm tempted to keep the same team. I think Brooms can come on for WIGAN. That is one substitution change that we should make. And we've got a couple of guys who haven't featured for a while. So we'll give them a game as well. How many is so Big Tell is on 22 goals now for the season. I've set him a target of more than 30. He's not really assisting as many as I would like, but he is at least assisting some. But Heath is keeping close company with him. He's got 16 goals as well. So the two of them together are definitely providing us with the ammunition that could see us getting promoted. So I think if Onyeka comes off for Hester as well. And that'll do. We don't want to make too many changes. We are trying to keep some form of consistency in the league while we fight on all these fronts. We've got a three-pronged attack at the moment in that we've got the FA Cup, the FA Trophy, and of course, the most important one of all, the league, which we do need to make ourselves improve, because we have, form-wise, been slipping a little bit over the course of the last couple of months. Hyde are a bit of a funny team. We can either batter these or they give us some real issues. Early doors, this is a quiet one. But we'll go to attacking and see if we can break their resistance before they get too confident. So Davis and Bradbury exchanging passes, but Bradbury has given the ball away now. Be interested to see if he can stop him from taking the shot. He can't, but it wasn't a very good shot, so we haven't got to worry too much. Brooms plays the ball out to Correa. Griffiths now charging down. He put in a lovely cross, actually. An early cross that could have caused us some problems, but Campbell has snuck in and won that ball. Big Tell could have chased for that ball, but decided he didn't want to. That's his 5 work rate showing there. It's the one attribute with him that lets him down is the work rate. Oh, what a save. Barrett is really coming into some good form over the last few games. We need to start getting into this game though. We are being outplayed. Pilkington, where's he going to put this? He's laid it across to the front. Again, Barrett is saving it, but we are struggling here. So we're going to have to bring these 2 guys back to a more defensive role. See if we can get control of this game. Well, they've got our measure at the moment, haven't they? So I don't think we're getting anywhere near where we want to be with this. So Onyeka can come on for Correa. Before we change that, put that on combined. Butler can come on for Shenton. I think we'll leave it at that for now. Second half, I'm hoping that we can come out with a little bit more panache and actually break down this defence, because we've not been creating many chances. We've had a lot of the ball, just not really broken through. Connor Heath wins the ball back there. That was good work by him. He comes back to Butler, who gives it to Big Tell, who plays it back to Bradbury, who's ball over the top. Campbell will collect and swing it in. Big Tell's waiting. How did you miss? That was one he should have scored. Our draw is not the end of the world, because we'd still be guaranteed on being top. But we want more, really. Yeah, I think we'll try that. It's a little bit of a change in the formation. More direct passing. Hopefully we can just try and confuse them by doing something different. Don't want to do that. Want to do that. Subs. So Duerden substitute on for, who do we substitute him on for? We'll go with Davis. Clark Anderson substitute on for Andrews, and Shepherd substitute on for, do we do Connor Heath or do we do, where's, oh, Campbell, yeah. So that's 3 subs made. We just want to edit on that. That Heath. Oh, don't make the usual mistake. And yeah, so that's it. So that's how we will give this one a go. With the direct passing, we've got the younger guys in the middle. Hopefully their running will bring us some success. That should have been the goal that stunk us. It could still come. Let's try defensive. So it looks like we're playing out a 0-0 draw, but we were probably quite lucky to get the 0-0 draw there, so I'm not going to suggest that we deserved a win. Morpeth Town continued their threat by winning. So they are going to be chasing us down now, I would imagine. With the games in hand, etc. So we do have another team as well who we tend to struggle against, Ashton United. Then it's Dunstan, and then it's the big one. So we're not too far off the next FA Cup escapade. So now all the games have been caught up. We are 1 point clear of Morpeth. It is a 2-horse race at the moment. We are 8 points clear of Worksop. So we need to stop messing around now and start getting good results. I'm almost tempted to rest Big Tell. He tends to do well when he's had a bit of a rest, but we'll put on Onyeka on and switch these two guys over. Then I don't know whether to move that back to an inside forward again or not. I think Unwin on for Shenton. Hurst could come on to the bench for Campbell. And Akarakiri could come on for Heath. We need to have Heath on the bench. So Shepherd will be the one to lose his place for Heath. Should have put Haywood on as well because we haven't got a captain on. That could be a mistake. So Correa, what's usually a pointless highlight, is running on. Unwin keeps it in, pulls it back. Big Tell, and within 23 minutes, the fans are cheering. Big Tell, Big Bad Tell. As Big Tell has slotted home, quite a simple move. And Ashton United must be wondering what's hit them at the moment. That's a good start to the game. We do need to, morale-wise, start increasing because, you know, we've just been in and out of difficult games. It's been very difficult to get a rhythm changing from league to cup all the time. So Bradbury with the corner kick. 10 minutes in now. And it was Andrews who won the header. But it was straight out the keeper. So you'd expect the keeper to make that save. Barrett plucks it out the air. It could have been an opportunity for Aston United, but they didn't deal with it too well. And we have managed to successfully avoid conceding. Akarakiri charging through. Nobody's closing him down, so he takes a shot himself. The keeper saves well with his feet. So Unwin plays the ball to Hester. Hester skins his man. Pulls it back to Carrera. Carrera now swings in the cross. Big Tell is lurking. Onyeka comes arriving at the far post. Heads it against the crossbar. Unlucky. Try and fire them up. I don't know whether that's a good thing to do at this moment, but But address the team. I think we're doing well, but we can find another gear and just try and encourage them to make the difference. And on to the second half. Is this a pointless highlight? Yes, it is. Unwin. Carrera. Onyeka. Unwin. Finds Onyeka. We've lost the ball, but it is coming back to us. Davis composed enough to head that to Bruce. Davis intercepts the pass. Unwin. And Correa. Correa with the long ball forward. Nowhere near its mark though. Take your time, guys. Didn't need to do that, Davis. You could have just headed it to Andrews. Oh, come on. That is poor from Correa, and I'm going to take him off. While... Oh, Hester. Yeah, that's why. Didn't work out why I would have left no left back on in the options. So there we go. Hester's dropped back. Hurst is on. And we need to try and get ourselves back into this game now. It was a good ball in, don't get me wrong. But Correa just acted like there was nobody there at all. Gilchrist is playing as well. He's an absolute nightmare. Always scores against me. Let's go to attacking. See if we can get the win, because we are about to lose top spot if we do not win this. Hester now, what's he going to do? Will he swing in the cross? He does. Fortunately, it fell to Akarakiri, who's the smallest guy on the pitch. Akarakiri with his feet though this time, hits the post. And we're still going, and Big Tell forces a save out of the keeper. Couple of chances there that just didn't quite pay off. Bradbury's looking tired, but he's too key a player for us to take off, really. Hester charging through now. Swings the ball in. Hurst hits the post. It's just not coming off for us today. And I've no surprise now if Gilchrist runs all the way down and scores. He scores against us every match. Unwin with the last chance of the game. He's passed it. And then he struck it. And somehow he missed it. 1-1. In the grand scheme of things, not the worst result. But it does mean now that mathematically Morpeth can overtake us. Beginning to fear that we're seeing the same thing happen that we've seen happen in the last few seasons, which will basically see us heading towards the playoffs. we do need to snap out of this. So I think we're getting to the stage now where we need to stop worrying about people being unhappy about game time, and just for the coming period, play our best team available to us. I might give Big Teller a half on the bench as well in this next match. Bailey Hall has got himself injured. It's not for a long time. Not too bad. At least not every couple of days are games now. We seem to be spacing out a little bit. So Morpeth have actually played 2 games and are still a point behind us. So all of a sudden, those draws look a lot better. They've effectively got 1 point in 2 games. Correa's thankfully dropped his lack of football because he's about to get dropped again. See, I would like to negotiate these, but at the moment, we are short on cash. Most of these will not be re-signed. So we've gone for our best 11. We do want to take the goalkeeper off the bench. And who do we put on in its place? Probably Unwin, to be honest. And we go to the match. This is a match that we need to win. And it'll be interesting to see how Big Tel reacts to having another spell on the bench. I mean, as long as he don't get injured, he'll be playing against Burnley no matter what. So the first highlight looks to be going Dunstan's way. As Neary swings in across, Andrews heads it away, but it's not the end of the danger. Out to Edwards, gives it to White, gives it to Duffy, who has a lot of space. The keeper was late to react to that, it hit the post. And now Shenton breaks away with the ball, gives it to Haywood. Haywood down the line, but it's the end of the highlight. We're going attacking. Dunstan gives it to Haywood. Shenton. Back to Haywood and Duerden. Hanging on to the ball is not a bad idea at the moment. Get the guys some confidence on the ball. Andrews charging through. A low ball to Heath. If he was onside, that is a fantastic finish. And we lead 1-0. Gets in there. Good work from Hester and Andrews. And once Andrews got through, he played the ball nice and early. And Heath with a good finish. Could have gone either side of the keeper there. Chose to go back. And it was a good finish. I'd like to think that we could get another couple of goals and put this game to bed quite early. So Brooms and Andrews. Andrews is fouled. And hopefully we do get to see the free kick, but we don't. Oh. Shenton, Akarakiri, Heath, Hester, Bradbury. That's nice work from Hester and Bradbury. Andrews swings in the cross. Shenton at the back post, hits the post. Oh, man. They should be far and away in this game already. Heath. That was a well-worked move, but again, not quite got the finish. Duerden does well with the header there under pressure. Now they're just taking their time with the ball. Dunstan are the ones who need to be trying to get hold of the ball, and we're just not letting them have it. Hester now plays a good ball through to Akarakiri. Keeper comes out and does well, and that is a corner. Shenton goes out to Haywood, who plays a long ball forwards. Nobody there. And the turnaround could be on here. But he's giving it away to Hessler. Hester. Sorry, not Hessler. Hester's gone for goal himself. Bailey Hester. What a finish that was. Look at this now. Cuts inside on his left foot. Bang. Against the post and in. I think that is job in this game. I'm disappointed if we let them back in to it at all. So everything seems to be going good at the moment. Alex Hurst looks like he's having a bit of a slow game. So what we'll do, we'll bring Big Tell on. And switch Big Tell and Heath around. Hopefully Big Tell will be nice and hungry, knowing that he's just spent half on the bench. And he can get a couple of more goals, which will take him closer to that 30 target that we've set for him for this season. Looking like no highlights at the moment. So a highlight of giving up on them. Haywood swings in the cross. Out it comes. Thought it might be a counter-attack. Andrews now. Gives it to Hester. Back to Andrews. Bradbury. Shenton. Big Tell. Gives it to Heath. Heath tucks it away. 3-0. And that's another goal for Heath. Possibly his 20th. No, I think it would have told us if it was his 20th of the season, but he's getting close to that now. So Andrews, Hester, Akarakiri brings the ball forward. Big Tell lays it back to Bradbury. Hester swings the ball in, but Grant is equal to it. Andrews, though, recovers it, puts it back in again. Big Tell rising at the far post, misses the goal. So there it is. A nice, comfortable 3-0 victory, which will see us 4 points clear at the top of the league, with one big match to come. So we're definitely not as dominant as we were earlier on in the season, but we are still capable of picking up those big results. So we've had to pay Heath some money as well. What? 0? A big club like you? They have given us the option to negotiate. Why is he only valued at 0 though? What is his transfer status? He's not listed. Sorry, but that's nowhere near good enough. So Huddersfield Town can go whistle if they want him for nothing. We sell these players to a bigger club. We expect money for them. Just to give you a hint, that is how much we would want for him. Thank you. Off you go. Seems weird, doesn't it, seeing Burnley expected to play a high line and short passing. Always envisage a Sean Dyche sort of low block football. Everybody's coming in for my players at the moment. Must be January. So we're going to be fighting off teams for our players now. Right, so Shenton is going to be the one sacrificed in this game, I think. Broomson doing them with the wrong way round, as usual. Big tell on for Shenton. And next match only. We want to be defensive from the start. Go to match. And off we go. It was a big draw that we wanted, but not at the right venue. So we won't profit by as much as we would have liked. I think after we've played this, I may request that they improve the youth facilities and maybe the training facilities as well. Because we will have earned a lot of money from this cup run. We had a shot before they did. Shows you we're better than them. Look at this, playing them off the park at the moment. Heath. Is he going to go all alone? He is, and he's hit the post. We have a corner. First 5 minutes, and we've been quite impressive. They're beginning to get a little bit more possession now, aren't they? But we had the first 3 shots. Ollie Haywood charging down the left. He's played the early shot. Heath was chasing it. Hester will win it and keep us in possession. Andrews, loads of space. Time to pick out his man. And he's picked out Big Tell, who has missed an absolute sitter. If he'd have scored that, he'd have had Premier League managers trying to sign him today. Look at the crowd, though. It's fantastic to see the stadium so full. As Broja brings the ball forward for them. This is the first highlight we've seen in their favour. They've got Malasia, Run Larson. We are against some serious players here. Andrews plays a long ball forward. Big Tell almost decided to chase. Good defending from Andrews, but the danger is not over. Cameron Archer swings in the ball and coming from nowhere, Rozier has got the Burnley fans going and they take the lead. We go to our attacking in the hope that we can get something out of this game, but to be fair, nobody's expected us to win this game. It looks like they're not letting us play anymore. They're just keeping hold of the ball. I mean, that is just sensational from Burnley and terrible from us. We'll give it our best shot and been undone by a better team. That's all you can say. This could get painful now, I suspect. Well done, Brad. Oh, say well done. Oh, well done, Heath. Bradbury and Heath eventually between them got us the tackle. Big Tell. Come on. Oh, I wanted his goal against the Premier League team. I assume they're in the Premier League anyway. They may be in the Championship again. So it's half time. And we'll just say they've been unlucky. They've had a couple of chances, which had Big Tell scored them, they would be level now. So Hester with a corner. It's swung in. I'm not sure. I think it was Big Tell again. He could have had a hat-trick today. Oh, what a save. It was offside anyway, so it wasn't necessary, but Barrett made a great save there. Bradbury plays it to Andrews, to Hester. Hester finds Heath, gives it back to Hester. Heath was making the run, but Hester's overhit it. Morris rolls it out to Mayer. Comes back to Morris, who at his feet passes it to Abbott, to Bayer. James. Hurst is working really hard there. You can't fault the guys for effort here. Big Tell's offside. He'll finally score and it won't count. So we've let everybody who is on the bench have a run out to say that they've played against the Premier League opposition. I'm saying that, like I say, I don't know where they are. I didn't check. Onyeka plays a long ball forward. Heath squares it. Big Tell's got his goal. And we have done it. We've got the goal that we wanted. Onyeka with the ball forward. Heath running onto it. Is able to pull it across to Big Tell, arriving at just the right time. Just the right place. 2-1. Looks like time's against us. Burnley get the win, but all you can do is applaud your team, who have done an absolute sensational job. Only losing 2-1 against Burnley, they are actually a Championship side, but certainly the biggest team that we've played, and we should get we should get some plaudits from that, and certainly a big wedge of cash just for participating in the 4th round of the FA Cup. Or was it the 3rd? It was the 3rd round, apologies. So 25 grand just for playing. And then we've got the money, or half of the money, from the revenue from the home tie as well. So if it had been an away match, we'd have been minted. We'd have probably been looking at 800,000 in the bank. But it was definitely a full ground anyway. 3,600 was the attendance. So absolutely madness, Falkirk, thinking that they could sign Big Tell for that sort of money. Transfer status. We're going to set. My asking price is going to be 2.5 million. Big Tell will probably complain about that. That's how highly I value you. So Big Tell's not happy with that, but I'm not worried about that at the moment. I just hope it doesn't scupper his form in the cup for the rest of the season, because we need him in top form to help us get to the top. Right. So having had such a tough match against Burnley, they've now got a tough match against a team 2 divisions above us. We could crash out of both cups in 1 week here, but so I mean they're just offering silly offers here. Transfer status. Confirm. So we'll probably have Mensa moaning at me as well now, but they want us to sell our players to big clubs. They've got to provide us with the money for doing it. I'm not interested in half-hearted gestures at all. So we'll keep exactly the same team, I reckon. Everybody seems fit and happy, so let's give it a go. In the FA Trophy, the team that went toe-to-toe with Burnley now gets to go toe-to-toe with Dagenham and Redbridge. So Akarakiri. Big Tell. Nicely played out to Hester. Hester now. Will he bring the cross in? No, he gives it to Andrews, who tries to give it him back, nearly loses it, does give it him back. And now Hester charging in, plays the ball across, and it was charged down. The ball comes back towards Hester. The defender nearly heads it in. So the first highlight for Dagenham and Redbridge, a free kick which has been cleared, but it's not been dealt with yet. They're still coming back. A lot of players forward. And an easy goal. Possession. Drop off. So we go to attacking. And we've given the ball away. We could be 2-0 down before that takes effect here. We are. What a bunch of idiots. What was that pass? Straight from the kicker. We gave it back to them. Well done, Brooms. Hurst goes out to Haywood. Haywood cuts back inside. Sends it down to Akarakiri, who pulls it back to Hurst. Gives it back to Akarakiri. Hester, and we've got one back. 2-1. That was well played. Well worked move. And it was good vision by Akarakiri to see where Hester was going to end up there. So we're not out of this game yet. We are chucking the kitchen sink at them, so we are susceptible to a counter-attack. Bradbury is looking pretty tired. That could be an issue. We've got a lot of players on yellow cards as well. Right, so we've got players tiring now, so let's see what we can do to liven this up. Bradbury can come off for Shenton. Who else is really tired? They will be the priorities. Haywood, swap with Hester on Yecker. Leach on for Andrews. And Davis, you come on for Duerden. Brooms will have to survive, I think. But we'll certainly reduce the chances of us going down to 10 men. Tactics. Change to that one. Make sure everybody's playing in the right places. Yep. And so a little bit of a change in tactics in the hope that we can still sneak something from this game. So last few minutes, Dagenham and Redbridge charging down the wing. With Windsor crosses the ball, Jones. Davis wins the header. Kamara, Cambridge. Windsor at the far post. Squares it across. Evans puts the game beyond doubt. No pressure shout. Again, we've battled hard, but it's just not worked out for us today. And we're on the back of 2 defeats, but now we can concentrate on the league. Thank you very much for the follow, Danny. Really appreciate it. Danny Yippin. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I will consider it, but I don't use Discord really. But thanks for the offer. So there we go. That is the end of the stream, I think. We've actually finished with 2 defeats, but probably 2 of the better performances that we can say we've had. When we came into the stream, we had the game against Wigan Athletic. It was a tough game, which we managed to win on penalties. Then Curzon Ashton, we sort of forced ourselves into that one. Curzon Ashton are also in the division above us, so that's 2 games in a row against teams who were above us. Wigan, of course, many leagues above us. Then we came to our own league and struggled with 2 draws, a 0-0 and a 1-1. Then we came to Dunstan, who are one of the weaker teams in our league, and we got the win that we should get, but it wasn't really as convincing as it looked. Before finally, championship team, Burnley, we ran them close, but they managed to scrape a 2-1 win against us. And then Dagenham and Redbridge, the 4th team in this stream from a higher division than us, 2 leagues higher than us. They beat us 3-1, but it was only that goal in the 91st minute that enabled them to be clear of us. We were pushing them all away again. So we can be really proud of the achievements that we've made in this stream today. Certainly financially, we've benefited the club and hopefully set ourselves right for finances for a couple of seasons. So now all we've got to do is we look at these remaining games that we have. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 months worth of games to go. And in those 4 months, we want to be seeing ourselves as champions of this league, where we currently sit at the top with a 4-point lead, a game in hand over the teams around us. So we are in a really good position at this moment in time to secure that promotion, but we've got to keep our head in the game. 15 games to get ourselves into the next division. It will be the 4th attempt, having failed 3 times in the playoffs. Finally, we are looking like a cup team, and let's hope that we could also be a league team. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the follow, Danny Yippin. I really appreciate that. And I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.